Satnam. Today we're going to be working with the Auric body, which in the teachings of Kundalini Yoga, many people know in the yogic tradition all about the 7 chakras of consciousness that are along the spine. In Kundalini Yoga, we look at what are called the 10 light bodies. And this is a complement to the qualities, the human qualities that exist along these chakras. And today we're looking specifically at the 7th body, the Auric body. You can think of the Auric body as composed of the electromagnetic field, which is made up of the arc line for women, ear to ear and teat to teat, and for men, just ear to ear. And then there's also the radiant body and the subtle body. And this electromagnetic field really gives you the quality of your presence and your capacity to withstand challenges. Many people now know the importance of a strong nervous system to be calm, to be able to move through inner challenges and disturbances. And that really is the equivalent of the auric field. So your aura is composed of all of these elements. And a strong aura gives you the capacity to find inner stability. When you have a strong aura, you have a presence that uplifts. People are drawn to you. You inspire. There's charisma that you bring in, and you elevate others through your presence. And that is really the quality, ultimately the quality of what we aspire in Kundalini Yoga to activate. Because as we get stronger, as we build our strong energy body, we also can stay more true to ourselves. When you have a weak nervous system, a weak energy body, an electromagnetic field, or your auric field, you become more susceptible to not really feel certain, to follow others above what you know is true for you. It's difficult for you to find your voice. It's difficult for you to find clarity for yourself. You become very susceptible to ideas and opinions of others. In a moment where there is so much misinformation, where there is disruption that is really present in our world, so that all of the outside elements that brought stability for ourselves, building a strong auric body is probably the most profound action you can take to build inner stability and face the chaos that is happening around you. So I hope you enjoy this Kriya. There are some challenging poses, and I will be publishing another video, as I always do, to walk you through these poses, and I will give you options to move around them. For now, let's just go ahead and get started. So I want to invite you to just draw yourself inward as you leave behind what was and really open to what is through the breath. Your eyes are focused at the brow point, centered at the third eye, which is also a calming element of the posture. Hands are in Gyan Mudra, index and thumb tips together, resting wrists on the knees. Feeling and giving yourself permission to feel the body connected to the earth below you, sitting into the sit bones to lengthen the spine, open the heart, relaxing the shoulders. Applying neck lock by drawing that chin slightly inward to lengthen the spine from base to the top of the head. And once you do that, I just invite you to soften the belly and just allow the body to breathe for you. Receiving the breath through the nostrils as the navel moves in and out. And anchoring your mind to the flow of Satnam. Sat on the inhale, Nam on the exhale, true identity. Anchoring you to your truth and inviting that to become more present through your practice today. rubbing palms as we bring ourselves inward in prayer pose, pressing palms together, thumbs into the sternum. Nice deep breath in. Suspending the breath as you center within. And exhale. And let's tune in with any mantra. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. And exhale, resting hands back down. Just being present with that experience. We're going to do a little bit of warm-up just to get the body ready for this Kriya by doing camel ride. So again, camel ride, you're seated, your chin is in Jalandhar Bandh, neck lock. Your hands are on the shins this time. Heart is open, head stays steady. We're moving from the navel. Navel presses forward and back, pelvis rocks forward and back. The breath simply follows the movement because of the action. And focusing on a nice, fluid, rhythmic movement. Mentally vibrating Satnam. As you come forward, remember to pull back with the hands so that the chest opens and rises, rather than leaning forward from the head. The movement is really grounded from the root, from your navel. So in addition to flexing the spine, we're also getting the energy body actively engaged, warming up the energetic qualities of the body. A little bit more. And let's take a nice breath in. Lengthen the spine, suspend the breath, contain the action. Exhale and release, resting, noticing how the body receives the experience. We're going to work laterally, fingers forward, thumbs back, shoulders down, chin in. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Again, it's easy to want to move from the top of the body. You really want to feel that rootedness into the floor and move from the navel. So it's a very grounded movement. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Find your maximum stretch and remember to always work within limits of your own body, really honoring this earthship of yours. You can go at whatever speed feels right for you. I just want to invite you to do it where it feels really nice and fluid and continuous. You're really just moving through the breath and allowing the movement to be really fluid and open. And let's inhale deep center. Exhale, release once again, staying witness to how the body receives the experience. We're going to do one more warm-up movement, stretching the sciatic nerve, opening up the lower body a little bit more. Heels stretch through, knees on the floor, chin at a right angle. We inhale, center. Exhale, extending forward, bending from the hips. Heart stays open, leading from the heart. If you can, grasping middle and index around the big toe, pressing the thumb into the nail of the big toe. We inhale as we open the heart to the sky. Exhale as we lengthen forward. If you are able to touch your toes, pressing those thumbs into the nail of the big toe, activating the pituitary gland. If not, remember just to anchor your hands wherever they land, whether it's the shins, whether it's a little bit higher, doesn't matter. The movement is still the same. Think of your spine as a lengthened spine, bringing that chin in. It's easy to want to lead with the chin. Tuck it in. Keep that spine open from base to top of the head. And take your next inhale as you rise, staying there. Press the thumbs deeper into the big toe if possible. Focus deep at the brow point. Exhale, release. Once again, just resting inwardly, opening to what arises within. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and start our Kriya. So the Auric body Kriya for sensitivity, opening up our sensory awareness, which is the most important guide for our times. Hands are on the knees. We're going to begin Sufi grinds. We're going to move from the navel. So Sufi grind can be seen in different ways. This one, we're extending and expanding the circle into the heart. So you're really focusing from the navel, drawing these nice big circles, keeping your eyes closed and feeling the stretch of the heart as you move forward and back, so that the navel is acting as a pen that draws the circle and the heart ends that circle. You might find that naturally you'll inhale as the heart comes forward and exhale as the heart moves back. It's very easy to want to move your head, which is why you want to activate neck lock, keeping that head relatively steady. This is a nice deep massage to the inner organs too. Really great thing to do on a daily basis. Shoulders are relaxed. And take a nice breath in. And switch sides on the exhale. Moving the other direction, just noticing. Mentally vibrating Sat Nam, following the breath. Nice deep inhale at center. Suspend, squeeze the root lock, sex circumference, rectum, navel, draw that whole lower triangle in. And exhale, resting hands in Kian Mudra, just noticing how the body receives the experience. Beautiful. Our next movement is working a little bit with the sciatic nerve. We're amplifying. So a lot of the ways in which we build our nervous system is by bringing tension to the system in very specific ways. So this next movement is doing just that. And we're going to be using Breath of Fire. So if you're new to Breath of Fire, make sure that you visit the little intro that I have for Breath of Fire. So ladies, remember, first 3 days of your menses, just go ahead and do long, deep breathing. So we're rooted, we're extended through the heels, really nice and stable in our lower body. And we're going to extend through the heart, extend the arms out with the palms facing each other, extending if possible beyond, and keeping this posture with the chin at a right angle. Begin Breath of Fire, focusing your attention and awareness to the space between the palms. As you do this Kriya, you will develop even more sensitivity to the energy. So really focusing on the flow of energy between the palms and just noticing how that shifts as you continue to work on this Kriya. Remember to inwardly work with the mantra of Satnam. So you're following the breath, Satnam, 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 and keep going. Shoulders are relaxed, extending through the fingertips, really staying stable. And you really want to extend rather than get comfortable here. It's easy to want to just kind of hang out and just support yourself, but you really want to be in this extension. If you feel it in your lower back, you need to do something different. It's probably because you're collapsing rather than extending. Make sure that you're lengthened and rooted and keep going. Inhale deep. Squeeze the root lock, go deeper into the stretch if possible. Exhale and release. Make any movement you need to make. Coming back into easy pose. Just resting, noticing how the body receives the experience. Beautiful. We're going to move into Ego Eradicator, which is an incredible posture for building the auric field. It's really amplifying that electromagnetic field. So once again, we're going to be using Breath of Fire. Your fingertips are coming and curling into the palms, and your thumbs are really stretched out. So you want to really feel the stretch on this. It's easy to kind of like hang out like this. You want to stretch the palms, stretch and open. It's all stretching. So you're going to bring the arms straight up, draw the shoulders down to open the hands into a 60-degree V with the chin in neck lock. The thumbs are pressed up to the sky while the fingers are pressing away from the thumbs. This is a very active mudra. Close the eyes, focus inward, and begin breath of fire. Remember to draw those shoulders down. Just keep yourself really focused and rooted in through the sit bones. Again, keep the action of the mudra. This mudra is a very active mudra. The thumbs are pressing up to the sky while the fingers are pressing away. Do the best you can to keep those elbows nice and straight. Elbows and legs are part of that electromagnetic field. They increase that radar system to really amplify and brighten your aura. Keep going. Now inhale deep, bring the thumbs together over the head, bring the fingers up, squeeze the root lock, feel the energy moving up the spine. Exhale, release all of it, resting. Just be present to that experience, noticing how the body receives it. Might be worth naming that ego eradicator. You might think that we're getting rid of the ego, and that is a false notion in spirituality. What you actually are doing is organizing the ego to align on behalf of your highest potential. So we're really activating the qualities of the ego to be in service to our higher self, because that's what the ego is meant to be in service to ultimately, when we're not needing to be in self-preservation. So we're going to come up to standing, and we're going to do a couple of standing balancing poses. So slowly rise. Let the head be the last thing to come up. So for the first posture, what you're going to do is your feet are under the hips. You're really rooted through the feet. You're bending from the hips. So you're stretching, you're pressing down through the feet, you're stretching up through the sit bones. Your knees are soft, ideally not bent, soft. You might need to get a block or something that helps you if you're not able to bring your hands to the floor. This looks like maybe a triangle pose, but we're not doing a triangle pose. Notice that I am standing right, my hips are above the heels. That's what I want. So if you need a blanket or roll up something, you can take a moment here to take care of yourself. Make sure that your arms are straight. Make sure that your legs are straight. Make sure that you're extended from the base of the spine to the top of the head, so that you're really just in this posture. And we're just going to stay here, breathing long and deep. So go ahead and do the best you can to keep the palms flat. Opening the shoulders. And if you do experience high blood pressure issues, you normally don't want to stay for extended periods of time with your head below your knees. So you might want to just kind of stay maximum a minute. We're doing half time in this Kriya, so it's 1.5 minutes for every posture. So just kind of keep an eye out. I will invite you to come out of the posture a little bit earlier, so that
You can take care of yourself as you need to. You're really feeling this stretch of the sciatic nerve here and really balancing that auric field. So if you need to come out early, go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale as you bend the knees and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. For everyone else, stay in the posture, keep going. Let your breath be long and deep. We're almost there. Take a nice breath in. Exhale as you release. Knees bent, rolling up gently and slowly.
And just coming to a comfortable standing posture to notice how the body receives the experience. Beautiful. So for the next one, what we're going to do is our legs are going to be nice and wide open to the point, and this will be your physical nature, wherever you need to. What we're going to do is so our toes are turned out so that our knees can bend, where we can actually bring the thighs as parallel to the floor as possible. So you're going to need to kind of figure out what that looks like for you. And what you want to do is you want to apply a gentle root lock so that you're keeping your hips in, right? So there's a way in which you can do this with the buttocks sticking out. You want to really stay centered and drop in so that you're applying a gentle root lock to keep that tailbone tucked in. The head stays aligned, so your hands are going to be with the fingers forward. You're just bringing enough pressure to balance the body, keep the heart open, the chin at a right angle. You're just going to hold this posture and enjoy it. It's building pressure in the system so that you can really strengthen the strengthen the body, strengthen the auric body. So get comfortable, close the eyes, breathe deep. Now for some of you, it might be a little bit difficult to keep your eyes closed because you need a little bit of extra support for balance. If that's you, just take care of yourself as you need to. So the most important thing that I want you to pay attention to is that you're into the feet and that the knees are above the heels. If you find that your knees are over the heels, you need to make sure that you open your legs wider because you really want to keep those knees at the right angle. Otherwise, you can really hurt yourself. Breathe long and deep. We're almost done. When the pressure on the outside begins to increase, we increase the pressure from the inside. And that's what we're doing in here. Keep going. You're doing beautiful. Nice deep breath in. Go deeper into the stretch. Exhale. Slowly walk your feet and just shake it out. close your eyes, come into a comfortable standing posture and breathe long and deep. Okay, we have one more balancing posture. So this next one is a little bit trickier, so I'm going to give you a couple of tips. You might, if you need to have extra balance support, you might want to grab a chair or something that's nearby. What we're going to do is we're going to come into a deep tree pose. And what that means is that you are rooted and you are going to bring the heel into that the crease that's right here. So what you want to do is you want to be able to find your stability and then bring that heel and press it. And what you're going to do is you're really locking the body into place. So my knee is pressing back so that my body can be locked into place. And then I can fold forward with my leg extended, and I'm just in this posture the whole time. So a couple of tips, if you are able to go all the way up, you can bring a chair nearby to help you with the balance and stability as you're practicing that balance and stability for yourself. Otherwise, if you need to adjust, you can just bring a different tree pose wherever that tree pose is. The most important thing is remember, tuck that, do that root lock, tuck in, find your balance, and then come down. And again, you can have a chair nearby to help you with that stability. So get ready, see what you need to do. And we're basically going to be breathing long and deep as we're bending forward. So go ahead and we're going to first bend that right knee. So you want to really step into that left foot, find your balance, look forward, focus on something that's steady. Bring that posture in, close it up, and then come down. Close your eyes and breathe long and deep. Really feel yourself rooted into the floor, finding that stability. And again, check your chin because it's very easy to want to stick the chin out so that the neck is really crunched up. You want to keep that chin in, extend the neck, relax everything, and breathe. Now take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and very slowly coming out of the posture. Release the foot. Shake it out a little. Come to standing, close your eyes and just feel the body. Feel how the body responds to that experience. Notice the difference between one side and the other that has been worked. So we're going to do the opposite. So driving into that right foot. Again, look forward to find that stability. Bring the foot in wherever it needs to go for you. Sometimes you'll feel really balanced, other times you won't. It's just the nature of balance. So go ahead and find your place, fold down, and breathe long and deep.
You might notice that one side is really solid, the other one is more unstable. It's just good to notice how the body is responding today, what you notice of the body, how the body feels, where you're most grounded. And remember, if you feel pain in the knee, then you need to adjust the posture. Pain is not gain, pain is wisdom. You need to heed the pain and attend to it so that you're not in pain, which is different than discomfort. Discomfort is something completely different. So take care of yourself. Focus deep at the brow point and breathe, focusing on Satnam. Remember to check your chin. Once again, nice deep breath in. Exhale. Come out of the posture. And relax it out. Find a comfortable place to stand once again. Let yourself just be present to that experience, noticing how the body receives it. And when you're ready, I'm coming back into easy pose. Sitting nice and tall, lengthened, bringing hands in prayer pose. We're just going to breathe long and deep, centered at the heart. As you're here, just imagining your auric field expanding and brightening 360 degrees from your body, really coming from the heart space, expanding that aura. A healthy aura, so we typically have an aura that can extend to as far as 9 feet out. When you wear white, it is said that you grow your aura 12 inches. So it's our energy body responds to a lot of things, our thoughts, our emotions. Taking cold showers is a great way to strengthen the nervous system and the auric field, brightening that. Take a nice breath in. Suspending the breath, focusing to expand that aura even more. And exhale. Resting, just noticing how the body receives that experience. And we're going to come onto our stomachs now to come into cobra pose. We just have 2 more physical
exercises to do on this. So let me just guide you through. Again, you're in Cobra. If you can come all the way up, great. Remember to draw the shoulders down and bend those elbows slightly with the fingers spread so that you're really rooted. Whichever way you go, whether it's on your forearms or here at the maximum stretch. You want to lengthen up all the way to the top of the head. Keep the hips on the floor. If it feels too much pressure in your lower back, you can open your legs or move your hands forward, reducing that pressure wherever you need to be. We're going to be in Cobra, and then we're going to be in Satali Pranayam. So you're going to stick your tongue out beyond your lips, and if you can, roll the tongue. Inhale through a rolled tongue, exhale through the nose. If you cannot roll the tongue, don't worry, it's just a genetic disposition. So if you don't have the right genes in your body system, you can only imagine yourself rolling your tongue. Either way, breathe through the rolled tongue and exhale through the nose. Now, one thing I see is that when we do Satali Pranayam, many people like to hurry the breath. This is a long, slow, deep breath. It's a cooling breath, and I want to invite you to just take the time, just give the breath the time that it needs. And keep going. Focus at the brow point. And really feel the stretch of the tongue. Another thing I see very often is that the tongue doesn't really stick out. This is working also on the vagus nerve. You really want to be able to stretch that tongue. Like, it's okay to be, again, uncomfortable. Let that stretch be nice and helpful. And now inhale through the tongue. Suspend, stay in your posture. Exhale and very slowly come out of the posture. If it works for you to stay on your stomach, great. Turn your head right, cheek on the floor. If not, stretch back. Listen to your body and just let your body get what it needs to deeply relax here and receive. If you're not there yet, I invite you to just press your hands down to stretch back. And then slowly, everyone, just bring your hands towards your knees to gently roll up. We're going to do our last physical exercise in this Kriya, which is working with the navel. And you're going to be on your back. So if you already know that you need some extra support, you can bring your hands right under the hips to support the navel, the lower back staying on the floor no matter what. Otherwise, ideally, your arms are lengthened. Navel is engaged. We're going to bring our legs straight up just so that you know where you are. And then you're going to take them out a couple of feet off the floor. And you're going to begin to do what looks like bicycling, but it's, if you think about it, it's kind of stretching the heels, so you're kind of like stretching the toes so that it's like a push-pull, but you're moving as kind of like a bicycle. So our typical push-pull is like this. This is more like a bicycle ride, but really keeping that push-pull action. You want to be engaging that navel,
Keep that lower back on the floor and keep going. Begin breath of fire. Keep the legs at 2 feet off the floor if possible. If not, just adjust as you need to and work your way towards that. Make sure you're really stretching the legs completely. You're almost there, doing great. Now inhale, hold the legs out. Exhale, draw them in, stretch it out, rock side to side. And just get comfortable to relax. If there's anything you need to do to grab a blanket or anything to make you more comfortable, do that now. And when you're ready, just simply let go and receive. Allowing yourself to consciously release the body. Inviting the body to land into the floor. As you allow and invite the body to relax and surrender completely. Noticing the breath deepening. Feeling the weightedness of the body increasing as you release all the tension and tightness in the body. Consciously relaxing the body from the toes, feet, and ankles, relaxing. Releasing any and all tension and holding patterns in the shins, the calves, the knees, the hamstrings, and thighs. Feeling the entire leg structure softening, releasing. Relaxing. Bringing your attention to the pelvis and hips and maybe making a little bit of a movement to just let go. Softening the torso as you create space between the vertebrae. Feeling the lower back, softening the upper back, relaxing deeper. Inviting the chest to relax, softening the belly, so that the entire torso is deeply relaxed, letting go, releasing, releasing, relaxing. Inviting your awareness to come to the shoulders as you maybe make a little movement in the shoulders, then relax it. Softening the arms. the hands, the fingers, feeling the entire arm structure letting go. Bringing your attention to the neck, feeling the neck softening, the vertebrae of the neck opening, creating spaciousness. The entire holding patterns of the neck, releasing, relaxing, and letting go. Bringing your attention to the entire cranial structure, feeling the cranial structure softening, the eyes softening, the cheeks, the cheekbones, releasing any tension in the face, the features of the face, the lips, the mouth, the jaw, the tongue, the entire body structure, weighted, relaxing, releasing, surrendering. Now please take a nice deep breath in and exhale. My eyes are closed as you wiggle fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles in one direction and in the other. As you take your next breath, stretch arms over the head, moving, stretching. Exhale. Rub palms over the heart, soles of the feet up in the air, rubbing briskly and vigorously. Bring feet to the earth as you palm the eyes by bringing palms over the eyes. Opening eyes inside and slowly releasing palms, extending arms and legs for a cat stretch as you bring the right knee in over to the left. Breathe long and deep. Reversing on your next breath, left knee in over to the right. When you're ready, hugging both knees to the chest. Stretch it out there. Rock side to side. And if you need to keep rocking side to side, go ahead and do so. If it works for you to bring the chin in and rock forward and back, go ahead and do that. And on your next breath, either roll or rock forward to come to a seated position to end. As we come into our basic posture, focused inward, taking a moment of gratitude for the experience, the breath, the body, and for yourself, making this space for you. Rubbing palms as we bring ourselves into our heart space, taking a nice breath in and exhale. And let's close with the Sunshine Song. Inhale to end.
May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Satnam. May you enjoy and practice this so that your aura may be bright and you may be steady in these moments of deep change. Satnam. Until next time.